So I just finished watching Midnight Mass, a Netflix horror series. The series has only 7 episodes, so you can binge it pretty easily. Midnight Mass takes you to a small fisherman island, where a community of God-fearing boomers live out their lives, working, playing Tambala, and being afraid of any sort of excitement. Unless that excitement is going to church. What a blast. And when a young new priest shows up and starts performing miracles left and right, like how a clown would make balloon animals at a kid's birthday party, well, the town is abuzz, and eager to have a sip of his ceremonial wine. The town's community has its share of characters with their own problems and vices, but the story mostly focuses, for most of the episodes, on Riley, the prodigal son returning to the island after spending a few years in prison after killing someone in a drunk car crash. Riley at first serves as an observer of the life on the island, since the most he does is awkwardly avoid conversations and brood about all day. Aside from Riley, you got some classics like the town drunk, the uptight super religious Karen, the pot smoking kids, and some trademark Netflix woke characters like the single pregnant lady, the town's doctor, who's secretly a lesbian, and a Muslim sheriff who moved to the island due to racism in his big city police department. So, moving to a semi-closed super religious community on an island seemed like a good idea somehow. Anyway, after the new miracle priest shows up, other, more spooky shit starts happening, as is to be expected in a horror series. Now, I've seen some people getting a bit iffy about the series with different takes on it. A rare few weren't happy with the plot using Christianity as a means of introducing the evil, so to speak. Another, more annoyingly vocal side instead claimed it was too easy on Christianity. Yes, obviously I'm talking about the wokies. Normally I wouldn't bother with these crybabies, but when I was looking up some background information about Midnight Mass, literally one of the first things popping up was this cringy article of Vox, a soy-infused media entertainment company with an agenda. As they all do. The article makes some dumb takes, even claiming that the horror movie genre is the domain of atheists and so-called sinners. Why can't religious people enjoy horror movies, I wonder? I mean, they did invent a lot of it, like all the cool demons and shit. It's people like the writer of the article that will act like the oppressed victim being shooed out of fandoms, but then will turn around to be the actual bully instead, doing all the actual gatekeeping. A popular opinion among the flakes is that the series glorifies Christianity. I mean, really? Now I do know why they think this, of course. It's simply because it doesn't 100% trash Christianity. The series dances on the line of showing some negative points of the religion and its followers, which leads to the evil threatening the small island community. But, on the other hand, it keeps the characters grounded and human, not making any human characters one-dimensional villains or plain evil. It balances out with also giving the church community some redeeming virtues and a hopeful message for the future. Most of the series is basically balancing a tripwire, trying not to fall off and being either too woke or too overly religious. Whether it manages that is up to personal debate. The main point that irked me, personally, was how they introduced us to the main character, gave him a backstory and a certain quest for redemption, only to toss him aside before the actual climax of the series after a little snippy-snappy, flimsy, put-together redemption chat he has with another character. Seemed kinda stupid to me. My final verdict on Midnight Mass is that it's a decent watch. It's not that big on the horror, and don't expect a lot of gore aside from some healthy amounts of blood, but it keeps you entertained. Midnight Mass is a good series to binge during the spooky season, if you aren't a rusty, overly religious nut or a salty, blue checkmark Twitter lunatic, apparently.